Sri Lanka's most powerful news brand.
Good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News. You're with me, Cyrilla Fonseca. Well, before we head into our stories, first we'll take a look at headlines in detail.
Court bans the sale of property owned by former ambassador to Russia, Udayanga Weerathunga. Supreme Court rejects FR petition filed by the Podujana Peramuna against the rejection of their nomination list for Maharagama. Hunger strike staged by employees of the Hambantota port ends.
Court Magistrate Lanka Jayaratna issued an order today preventing the sales of several houses and properties located in Colombo and Gampaha worth millions of rupees. The magistrate ordered for instructions to be communicated immediately to Register General of Lands as well. The magistrate issued the order after the police FCID made submission which stated that Udayanga Weerathunga purchased the properties in question through profit earned from purchasing MiG-17 and 27 aircraft for Sri Lankan Airlines Force. The fundamental rights petition filed by the Podujana Peramuna against the rejection of its nomination list for the Maharagama Urban Council was rejected by the Supreme Court today. The ruling was delivered by three-judge bench comprising of Chief Justice Priyasad Deb, Justice Buanaka Alwihare and Justice Nalin Pereira. Senior State Counsel Ureka Sirivadana appeared on behalf of the Attorney General's Department. The Gammatha movement undertook a fresh initiative today in the Kalpitiya area in order to improve the standards of education in the area. Foundation stones were laid today for the construction of 2 buildings for the students of the Siddharthi Matha Primary School in Kalpitiya under the Gammatha 1000 Projects initiative. The school, which educated 500 students, is situated around a kilometer away from the Kalpitiya town and is in dire need of new infrastructure. The school has only 2 buildings. As a result, some students have been forced to conduct their studies in temporary huts. Gammatha aims to construct 2 buildings with classrooms in order to provide these students with an opportunity to study with a roof over their heads. The strike action staged by the employees of the Hambantota port for 50 days was called off this morning. Subject Minister Mahinda Samarasinghe promised that a group of employees will receive jobs while the rest will receive compensation.
438 employees of the Hambantota port who lost their jobs began a strike action on the 30th November last year. They began a hunger strike 11 days ago as they had not received solution to their issues. 18 employees were hospitalized during the course of the hunger strike. Following discussions held with Subject Minister Mahinda Samarasinghe last evening, the protesters decided to call off their hunger strike.
The High Commission of India organized a cultural event Bollywood and Beyond at the Bandaranayake Memorial International Conference Hall yesterday to jointly celebrate 70 years of independence of India and Sri Lanka.
Termed as Celebrating India and Sri Lanka at 70, the event showcased the blending of Indian and Western classical music with popular Bollywood songs featuring violin maestro Dr. L. Subramaniam, world-famous singer Kavita Krishnamurthy, composer Bindu Subramaniam and other eminent musicians from India. The event was held under the auspices of President Maithripala Sirisena. The President was seen taking part in the celebrations by playing on classical Indian drums. The event was also attended by former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga, Speaker Karu Jayasuriya and Indian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka Taranjit Singh Sandhu.
Today I remember our forefathers who courageously made sacrifices for the shared ideals. We are walking towards a common future where developmental aspirations of our people converge. Sri Lanka has a special place amongst our neighbours, and we are humbled that the feeling is fully reciprocated. I would like to stress that our objective will always remain to assist in whatever way we can based on Sri Lanka's own priorities and requirements.
Joint press release following the 21st meeting of the European Union Sri Lanka. The meeting of the European Union Sri Lanka Joint Commission took place in Colombo on the 18th of January 2018.
The meeting was co-chaired by Paolo Paploni, Deputy Managing Director for Asia and Pacific of the European External Action Service, and Prasad Karyavasam, Secretary to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka. The parties welcomed Sri Lanka's recent accession to the optional protocol to the Convention Against Torture, but there was agreement that the government of Sri Lanka must ensure that the policy of zero tolerance for the use of torture is implemented and that the perpetrators are swiftly brought to the justice. The EU re-emphasized its clear and unwavering expectation that urgent action would be taken by the Sri Lankan authorities to repeal the Prevention of Terrorism Act and replace it with legislation that is in line with international standards.
The post-mortem examination of 2 victims who died following the collapse of the earth embankment in Pinnavela, Balangoda is due to be conducted today. The incident had occurred during the construction of the foundation of the indoor stadium of the Pinnavela Udagama Mahavidyalaya. The victims were identified as 34 and 36-year-old area residents. The construction of the indoor stadium began a year ago. The body of the victim are currently at the Balangoda Base Hospital. Treasure including a statue of Lord Buddha and a number of other items said to have been dug up illegally were seized by Anuradhapura police. The Superintendent of Police had received a tip-off yesterday that the items were due to be sold in Kanadarawa, Mihintale. The police seized a statue that weighed about 1.5 kilos and a number of other items in the suspect's possession. Investigations are underway to apprehend 2 suspects who fled the scene, and the seized items are to be presented to courts today. The Ceylon Teachers Union says that although the syllabus for the advanced level changed in 2017, the teachers have not yet received their teacher's guide.
According to the education reforms, the syllabus for the GCE advanced level exchanged from 2017. The teachers' guides have not yet been received. Everyone knows that there was a problem in distributing textbooks. Although the textbooks and teachers' guides have not been sent to the schools, they have been issued to the market. They have created a background where these books have to be purchased. Because of this, the schools as well as the teachers are facing many issues.
Well, this is a wrap of lunchtime news for the day. To join us again at 1:55 with the latest.